Most people go through life unaware that their mind has already been shaped, not by themselves, but by the world around them. That's why they often feel weak, distracted, or easily overwhelmed. Society rewards comfort and punishes true strength. People scroll endlessly on their phones, constantly compare themselves to others, and wonder why their energy feels drained and their focus scattered. They avoid challenges. They shy away from anything that might bruise their ego. And yet those are precisely the experiences that forge an unbreakable mind. What most people label as stress is often just the burden of an untrained inner world. Ancient Stoics understood this long before us, and their teachings were never gentle. They were designed to transform. Today, we'll explore 8 uncompromising Stoic principles that can rewire your thinking, rebuild your discipline, and make you mentally unshakable. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and commit to listening closely. Embrace hardship as your ally. The first principle is simple but harsh. Real growth comes from facing difficulty, not avoiding it. Modern culture teaches that comfort equals happiness, but comfort slowly erodes strength. Every time you avoid a challenge or retreat from discomfort, you reinforce the part of yourself that collapses under pressure. Growth never occurs during easy, comfortable moments. Real transformation happens when life pushes you beyond what feels safe, when every instinct screams to turn back, and you choose to step forward anyway. These experiences are not your enemies. They are your instructors. Consider the times in your life when you felt most alive, most capable, most resilient. They were likely not the calm, uneventful periods. They were the moments of adversity when you had to dig deep, when you felt like quitting but didn't. Marcus Aurelius wrote that obstacles themselves are the path, not because struggle is pleasurable, but because struggle is where the mind sheds weakness. Discomfort teaches you that fear is manageable, pain is informative, and your limits are not set in stone. They are habits you can break. This does not mean seeking suffering for no reason. It means deliberately choosing challenges that refine you, stretching your nervous system instead of shrinking it. Cold showers, intense workouts when tired, disciplined fasting, difficult conversations. These are small acts of hardship that accumulate into mental toughness. Most people crumble over minor inconveniences like traffic, criticism, or delayed results. Not because those situations are unbearable, but because they never trained to handle difficulty. Start small today. Step into one discomfort deliberately, because discomfort is your gym and hardship is your training. Master your emotions before they master you. The second law is about reclaiming the space between stimulus and response, the gap where true power lives. Most people are pulled by every passing feeling: irritation at a comment, fear of judgment, anger at slight. They react immediately, often destructively, without pause. Stoicism teaches you to notice that gap and take command of it. Emotions are not enemies, but they are not dictators either. They are signals, information, and energy, but left unchecked, they hijack decisions. Imagine someone criticizes you. Instinctively, you may feel rage or humiliation. A Stoic observes the emotion, names it, and allows it to pass through without dictating action. This is not suppression, it is mastery. You acknowledge fear, anger, or anxiety without letting them control your choices. In practice, pause, breathe, and ask, is this worth losing my peace? Mastering emotion is subtle but revolutionary. It stops external events from dictating internal states. Traffic, criticism, disappointment, betrayal. These become manageable when your mind is trained to respond with reason rather than reaction. This principle alone, if practiced consistently, transforms life from chaos into clarity. Stop expecting life to be fair. The third Stoic truth is uncomfortable but liberating. Life is not fair, and it never promised to be. Most suffering comes from the expectation that it should be. People believe their effort guarantees reward, that loyalty ensures reciprocity, that kindness should be repaid. When reality contradicts these illusions, they crumble. not because events are extreme, but because their expectations are. Expecting fairness in a chaotic, unpredictable world is a fast track to bitterness. Life is inherently flawed, filled with conflicting motives and random outcomes. Accepting this does not make you cynical. It frees you. When someone betrays or disappoints you, it reflects their character, not your worth. Doors close. Opportunities vanish. Efforts go unnoticed. But by embracing the reality of life's unpredictability, you stop taking every slight personally. Every setback becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Focus only on what you can control. Another major source of suffering is obsession over things outside your influence. People exhaust themselves trying to control opinions, reactions, events, and outcomes that were never theirs to command. The Stoics offer a solution. Focus entirely on what you can control, release the rest. Your energy is your currency. Spend it on thoughts, actions, habits, discipline, things you truly influence. Let external chaos exist, but maintain inner order. Like a ship's captain navigating a storm, you cannot control the wind or waves, but you can control the rudder, your preparation, and your adjustments. Concentrating on what's yours builds power. Wasting energy on what isn't only weakens you. Train through voluntary hardship. Stoics didn't wait for life to test them. They trained themselves to withstand adversity. In a world obsessed with ease and comfort, deliberately choosing difficulty is a superpower. Cold showers, fasting, walking when tired, focusing for long hours. These are small, intentional hardships that prepare your mind for real adversity. Life will test you. Better to rehearse resilience daily than be shattered unprepared. Each act of voluntary challenge is a vote for strength, endurance, and autonomy. Detach from outcomes and love the process. True freedom comes from valuing effort over result. Obsession with results is a modern trap that fuels anxiety, self-doubt, and frustration. You cannot control timing, luck, or external responses, but you can control your discipline, attention, and commitment to excellence. Focus on showing up consistently, on mastering the process, and allow outcomes to follow naturally. Mastery and growth are earned in repetition, not in instant gratification. Remember, you will die. Mortality is the ultimate Stoic teacher. Recognizing the finite nature of life is not meant to scare, it's meant to awaken. Time is limited, fragile, and precious. Procrastination, toxic relationships, and empty routines are all illusions of endless tomorrow. By confronting mortality, you clarify priorities, accelerate action, and live intentionally. Urgency is clarity, not panic. Ask yourself daily, what matters most if today were my last? Live by virtue, not validation. The final Stoic principle confronts one of the most pervasive modern traps, the need for approval. Chasing praise and acceptance drains the mind and erodes authenticity. Stoicism teaches that your standard is virtue, integrity, and character, not applause. True strength is revealed in choices made without an audience, in integrity kept when unnoticed. Choose honesty, courage, discipline, and responsibility. Let actions, not approval, define your life. These 8 principles are more than ideas. They are tools to rebuild your mind, fortify your character, and face life without flinching. Embrace hardship. Master your emotions. Accept life's inherent unfairness. Focus on what you can control. Train through voluntary hardship. Detach from outcomes. Keep mortality in mind. Live by virtue, not validation. Stoicism was never meant to make life easier. It was meant to make you stronger. Stronger than fear, stronger than distraction, stronger than chaos itself. Transformation comes not from reflection alone, but from action. Choose one principle today and embody it. Step into discomfort. Master your responses. Prioritize the process. Act with integrity. And remember the preciousness of your time. Strength is forged in moments, not imagined. Declare your commitment. Act immediately and begin building an unshakable life now.